Hello, I'm Tanya Partridge, and in this segment I'm going to talk to you about different ways to get rid of your secretions. Keeping those secretions moving is crucial because chronic mucus can cause flare-ups of your COPD. The simplest and least expensive and inexpensive, and by inexpensive I mean the cost, is the huff cough. Huff coughing is purposeful, deep, and controlled. If huff coughing doesn't work, but it usually does, there are other techniques that can help loosen those secretions, but we'll talk about them later. Right now I'm going to show you how to huff cough, deep and controlled. If huff coughing doesn't work, but it usually does, there are other techniques that can help loosen those secretions, but we'll talk about them later. Right now I'm going to show you how to huff cough. The goal is to get as much air behind the mucus as possible so the force of the cough will propel it forward. Take a deep breath, filling the lungs, squeeze the upper body muscles, and with several forceful huffs, push out the air in your lungs. Repeat a few times until the mucus is cleared from the airway. It's like this. That's pretty simple. As I said before, sometimes that doesn't work. Just repeat it a few times and see what happens. There are devices that can help you get those secretions out of your lungs. So let's start with the simplest ones and move up to the more sophisticated. Positive expiratory pressure devices, or PEP for short, are portable, inexpensive, and don't require electricity. There are different types of these, but they all work pretty much the same way. These devices work by creating a resistance or vibration to help keep your airways open during exhalation. I'm not advocating the use of any devices in this video. I've used what was available. This particular one is mine. I have a chronic lung problem, and sometimes I have trouble with secretions myself. This particular one can be used in any position, and it can also be used while you're using your SVN or your small volume nebulizer. You just attach it to it. You inhale deeply from the diaphragm like you were shown in the pulmonary rehab section. Put the mouthpiece in your mouth and make sure there's a tight seal, and while rotating the handle, and you can rotate the handle as fast as you want, you continue rotating it as you exhale, and you can do it as you inhale too. Whatever works for you. Just experiment around it and see what's best for you. Repeat it several times, and this is how you do it. Do that for several breaths, and then try the huff coughing again. If you don't want to crank the device, there are some other ones that are available that don't require that you crank the device. The other type of PEP device is the oscillating PEP device. I don't have one of those to show you, but they work the same way as the one that I just showed you. But it also creates a vibration while you exhale. It does this by moving the air over a steel ball or magnet when you breathe out. But there are pros and cons to both, so again, do a little research and talk to your doctor about it. Because again, like I said, go with what works with you. This particular one can be taken apart very easily to clean. You just pull it apart and swish it around in soap and water, and if you want a disinfectant, we gave you the little recipe for disinfectant. You can put it in that if you want, or just the easy way, just wash it in soap and water, let it air dry overnight, and you're good to go. And it just slips back on, you hear it click, and it's good to go again. Don't clean it in the dishwasher unless the particular product that you have says that you can do that. Just look at your directions when you get whatever device you're going to do. Vests are another device that can help get rid of your secretions, and vests wrap around you and rapidly inflate in and out like this. And this would hook up to a tube here that goes to the machine, and the machine vibrates it, and it just kind of vibrates those secretions out. The vests are a little bit more expensive, but they're usually covered by insurance. Ask your insurance company. Usually you need a specific diagnosis for these. But just check with your insurance company and they can tell you what to do. I hope all of this information has helped you with your airway clearance. The information that I've given to you today, all of that information is available online. So like I said, if you need to do a little research, just get online. And the internet is a great resource for those types of things. If you don't have access to the internet, you can always go to your local library and get access to internet. So I hope you have a good time trying to keep your lungs clear, and happy coughing with your airway clearance.